the ESPN body issue, you look at it a different way, but it's OnlyFans style photos of the biggest Olympic athletes in the world. So I think if I did it, I could have like even a fitness bent. I will tell you, I recently got robbed. My car was broken into, they stole my laptop, and I take a lot of provocative photos, and I was very concerned that they would leak. So if anybody's listening to this, I will pay you good money if you have my laptop. I need it back. There were a lot of photos on there.
I know that you recently got robbed. I saw that they broke into your car and I knew they took your computer and had all your personal stuff and it wasn't backed up, but I didn't realize there were provocative photos. Would you like to elaborate at all about how provocative and what these entails?
Well, since you bring it up, since we're on the topic of OnlyFans, there's been some outtakes that I've played around with. And again, I mean, it's crazy because you see that, like, you see where the mainstream is going, and there's been some very big people now that they haven't launched the OnlyFans, but they've purchased their profile. Some big celebrities, and so I think like I think there might be I take a lot of underwear photos, so there might be a couple tip slips in those, and there's definitely some pictures that I was nervous the outtakes would maybe leak out. And I'm like, well, damn, if they leak, then my OnlyFans is out there already. Shit, they got my laptop with all of my outtakes.
Well, do you have a possible date for this? It's not going to happen, I think is how you phrased it. Is there a date for this? It's not going to happen date?
It's not going to happen. And I would say in terms of a date, I've really focused on helping people like look and feel their best in clothes and without clothes. And so for me, I do feel it might be like a natural evolution for me. And I think in some ways, like you heard, I think there was one person that launched an OnlyFans, and then her agency, like, was it Bella Hadid, or she got dropped by her agency, and then they re-signed her again. And so I think I'm trying to just also be smart about like, what would the reaction be? Less that I care about being out there like that, because to be honest with you, I love it. And I celebrate it, but it's also too, I do have an agency. I'm at Gersh. I would wonder what would the reaction be? Like, what would people, would I get dropped from my agency? I don't know. I sort of feel again that society's moving the direction where that's not going to be as big of a deal. I'm predicting in the next 2 to 3 years, I think you're going to see mainstream celebrities going on OnlyFans.
You do?
I do. Yeah. I mean, there's already some big ones on there, but I think it's just going to keep going that direction personally.
And I mean, if you think about it, I think it's already come, like when OnlyFans first started, I was like, how is this even going to like exist? Like, for like anyone mainstream, even like a little bit mainstream. And then little by little, you're like, holy shit, like people are actually on here that are well known. Like
yes. And like, and some big models and some very big actors now. And I think there was a singer that just joined. And really? I think, was it Michael B. Jordan purchased a profile on there. Yeah. So there's like, you're going to see it start trickling in.
Do you have, I mean, even though fitness is your full-time gig and that keeps you busy, like, do you want to do more music? Do you want to do another Broadway show? I mean, both are very time consuming.
They're very time consuming compared to even OnlyFans, right? So, you also think about the OnlyFans lifestyle. People are just working from their home now and making 40 million a year. So, but right now I'm really focused on building a health and wellness lifestyle brand and everything that goes with that. I'm the CEO of a business now, and I'm helping hundreds of people level up. And that's not quite like an entertainment gig, right? Like that can't end and come back. Like I have to keep building this, and it's exciting. And it's been an amazing opportunity to chat about it with you, because I think when people go to my Instagram and they discover it, it's this new chapter I've been on that people are discovering.
And coffee, where we started, I mean, where do you like coffee? I guess is okay. I know you're a big coffee person, and let's just throw alcohol in there too. Like for those of us that like to drink vodka.
Vodka club soda is the fitness enthusiast drink of choice.
That's what I heard.
We all know we don't want to be drinking, all day, every day. But I really firmly believe we don't have to be extreme, again, just consistent. So use it as a reward. I really love just the normal week flow of like crush your goals Monday through Friday. And when happy hour comes, have a cheat meal. And if that means a cheat drink, we're adults, we can enjoy life. And I think when you earn it, when you actually earn those rewards, it's so much better to keep it a reward for a job well done. With coffee, I go black because it's the sugars and the creams that add the calories. And a lot of people are discovering stevia more. Stevia is your best friend. They have it at Starbucks as well. Get 3 stevia in a venti coffee with a splash of almond milk. Don't go sugar, because sugar's, of course, terrible for our bodies. Stevia is actually sweeter than sugar with no calories. It's also why I drink these. This is not an ad. I'm not getting anything for this, but I drink Zevia because they have every soda flavor you could imagine, and it's no calories, and it tastes just like mainstream soda now, but it's sweetened with stevia. So I tell people stevia is your best friend if you have a sweet tooth.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's why I started drinking black coffee just right from the get-go, and why I drink like vodka in a martini glass. It's like you got to just do pure and pure if you're going to do either. Right?
Cut the sugars. Yeah. It just comes down to cutting the sugars. If you can stop drinking your sugar, whether that's an alcoholic drink or in your coffee or soda, you will instantly start to lean out and lose weight. Sugar is absolutely terrible for us.
That's what I hear. 3 very quick questions before we wrap up. Has anyone ever come up to you and just said, oh my God, I'm a huge O-Town fan? Like you said, you don't deny your past, where it's like, a Jennifer Aniston or a Brett, like someone that we would never expect, that you're like, every word to every O-Town song. Like you just wouldn't expect it.
No, actually. I mean, it's funny because we got a lot of that, of course, through the years. And, in terms of like big celebrities, like I do remember Susan Sarandon was a big fan, and I was close with her daughter Eva for a little while. We were sort of dating, and I feel like that was cool because I grew up being a big fan of Susan Sarandon, and there's an amazing story in my life where she invited me to Michael Jackson's reunion concert with Jackson 5, and I went there with her and watched Michael reunite with Jackson 5 right in front of me at Madison Square Gardens. But lately, I'll tell you, what's interesting is I get recognized now more for Instagram than anything. And more people are running up to me asking like when I'm launching OnlyFans. To be completely honest with you.
Well, that's good. It means like your reinvention into fitness and high level performance as a coach has really worked.
Thank you.
Anything interesting happened backstage with Michael Jackson? Like, did you interact? I mean, you were with Susan Sarandon.
We didn't. I interacted with Macaulay Culkin, which was an interesting moment. And all the people were there that you would think of associated to Michael, Elizabeth Taylor, all of these people. Interacted that night though with the brothers, and that was pretty cool. So Jermaine Jackson, I spent a lot of time talking with him, and Jermaine is really interesting. I mean, they're all an interesting entertainment family, but there was an after party, and I spent the whole night with Jermaine, and that was really cool.
And what happened with Macaulay Culkin? Anything? Just hello, goodbye?
Yeah, that was an awkward conversation for some reason. I don't know if I thought it was me, but then later I was like, no, that was him. I thought I was being awkward, but he was just very quiet. And maybe just the effects of fame and being talked to by people is just not it wasn't a great conversation as I remember it. But Jermaine and I really bonded about being in a boy band, because Jackson 5, of course, being the ultimate boy band. And there was a lot, and